Hi, this is Dee at Aloha Astro. We're looking at a full moon in Virgo today. It is March 18th, 2022. That full moon in Virgo will be at 27 degrees 40 minutes at 3:18 a.m. Eastern Time today. So let's take a look at the forecast for today that I've written. Also, this image, I don't know what the title is, but I went and did an image search using the words bringing heaven to earth. And this is one of the pictures that popped up. And it seems to be I think a Polish site. And there are share buttons on there. So I went ahead and I'm crediting the person that posted that there. But there's no actual name. This is just a username at that site where they share images. So I don't know the original artist of this or the original title, and there are very few other images of this floating around online. But I do like to give artists credit where credit is due. So if anybody does recognize this, let me know. Thanks. Anyway, let's take a look at what we have for this full moon. Full moon in Virgo, Friday, March 18th, gives you the chance to bring heaven to earth and to find the sublime in the mundane, as the moon in Virgo opposes the sun in Pisces, setting up some amazing planetary geometry. A karmic or purpose-focused, transformative and empowering grand trine in earth signs involving the North Node in Taurus, the moon in Virgo, and Pluto in Capricorn, which generates two kite aspect patterns uplifted by the Grand Trine, the first consisting of the Moon, Pluto, and the South Node in Scorpio, empowering you to access past lives, ancestral wisdom, or release the unconscious blocks and limitations, which can lighten your emotional load as it increases your self-esteem or your finances. And the second kite of the Sun conjunct Neptune in Pisces, Pluto, and the North Node, helping you to stay inspired, diligent, and self-disciplined as it illuminates your path forward. Although the sun and moon oppose each other today in the polar opposites of spiritual Pisces and pragmatic Virgo, both of the lights are energized and well supported by Pluto, which magnifies their best characteristics. The moon, sun, and lunar nodes are forming a mystic rectangle, delivering clarity about your soul's purpose and an awareness of karmic connections and life lessons. While Venus and Mars are together in Aquarius, squaring both the lunar nodes, fateful encounters, surprising twists in relationships or employment, and any radical changes in interests or desires are met with a tingly mix of excitement and fear. The stranger you meet now could become familiar and beloved, and new ideas brought forward today could become common knowledge later. Be modest and kind as you wield the power of the planets under the auspices of a Ways and Means Committee full moon. So let's take a look at how things look in the sky. And we're here at Astro Seek today, where there are many different astrological tools that you can access for free if you're interested in learning some more about astrology or looking things up. You can enter your birth data there for a free chart, set up a free account, and play around with the different astrology tools. So this is the moment of that. Well, I'm 10 minutes off. I guess I hit the back button by accident. 3:18, there we go. And here we have that moon in opposition to the sun. We have all these planets clustered in Pisces. We have both the ancient and the modern rulers of Pisces, Jupiter and Neptune, as well as Mercury and the Sun. So there's a very strong focus on the spiritual side of life, intuition, flow, things being in harmony, aiming for peace, and there's a lot of idealism under that transit as well. Looking for improvement is the key thing, looking for growth and improvement. Here we have that grand trine with the moon, Pluto, and the North Node. Here we have one kite, and here we have the other kite. So we've got this mystic rectangle as well. And a mystic rectangle is an interesting dynamic. It takes the energy of oppositions and boxes them in to 2 sextiles and 2 trines, which enables that very strong power of an opposition to be converted into direct motion, more or less. I often think of the 4 points or corners of the mystic rectangle, the planets that sit there being like 4 horses that, if they were not yoked up to a stagecoach or a wagon, would be running off in different directions. And instead, when they are all hooked together here through favorable supportive aspects, it gives you the power or the energy to make something possible out of the impossible, or to do things that normally you wouldn't be able to do, or perhaps other people look at what you're doing and say, how are you able to do that? It kind of gives a transcendence and the ability to harness a great deal of power. So within this opposition today, we have a lot of opportunity for manifesting or carving out a new path, settling karmic agreements, burning off karmic ribbons, having a greater understanding of why something is going on in your life. Virgo is the earth sign. It's ruled by Mercury, by the planet Mercury, and it's the earth sign that rules the 6th house, which is service-related and health-oriented. It has to do with your daily habits and disciplines and routines, how you take care of your body, your health, diet, exercise, nutrition, your daily job, and the service-related work you might do. It's the house of Dharma. So Virgo, and that moon in Virgo, activating Capricorn energy, Pisces energy, and Taurus energy, brings in a lot of water and earth. If you have a purpose, or you're aiming to be of service, and there's a higher meaning behind what you are doing, then you are more likely to see something manifest on the material level, or the financial support to be there for you. Let's take a look at the Sabian symbol for the day. So we round up from 27 degrees 40 minutes to 28. Virgo 28 degrees, a bald-headed man who has seized power, the sheer power of personality in times that call for decision. Whether at the religious or at the socio-political and cultural level, there comes a time when obsolescent patterns of order and cultural refinement have to be radically and relentlessly challenged. Catabolic personages emerge to seize power and dictate decisions that alter the structures of society. Or within an individual life, an intense urge for cathartic changes mobilizes the will, and traumatic decisions are made. At such times, the issue has to be met, and ruthless as the power may appear, it must be accepted. At this 3rd stage of the 36th sequence, we face the unpostponable necessity for decision and transformation. Existence is motion. No static formation, however beautiful and inspiring, can remain long unchallenged. Everything bows to the power of the will, divine, executively human, or satanic. I'm always amazed when I read the Sabian symbol, because it's the last thing I do, and I have my picture chosen based on how I view the planetary transits and what emotion I would like to convey. So when I choose a picture, I have no awareness of what's going on in here, and I'm just always amazed at the things that connect. I was particularly struck by the image here of what I think appears to be the Grand Canyon, or some very large canyon. And the idea of the vastness and the fact that this amazing canyon has been altered over time through the relentless cycles of the seasons that continue to unfold, and that there's so much cosmic power that we are just awash in our daily lives. And very often we're just so focused on staying alive and paying the bills and taking care of our daily needs that we're not aware of how much power we are actually moving in and have accessible to us. And even though we're here just a very short moment in time, when compared to infinity, we ourselves are infinite. We're just here, at a stopping point for a short amount of time. So that really jumped out at me there, the idea of the necessity of transformation and the cathartic changes, the mobilizing of the will. It's as if somehow this Sabian symbol just knows that Pluto is so active today because there's so much power in here. And then I kind of laughed when I saw a bald-headed man. We actually have an image here of a no-headed man. Or has his consciousness expanded to such a point that he's no longer all there on the material plane. Very interesting symbolism in this. I love the little cherubs, those little imps of fate and fortune, distracting and bringing in new energy. So that's it for the forecast. Sorry, I'm sounding very tired, and I am very tired, but I wanted to get this out before tomorrow because this lunation does occur just about 2 hours from now, and this way we have it up there for you as you begin your day. I actually had no internet service earlier today, so the forecast for today, for the 17th, never happened. In fact, I totally succumbed to the power of that moon transiting through Virgo and my 4th house of home, and I cleaned some closets, went off to the thrift shop and donated things. Got a lot done today while I was unable to actually be online. So it worked out for me in divine and perfect order, and I intend for you that your full moon time period also works out for you in divine and perfect order. Pay attention to your intuition and take care of your practical needs and do it in balance and harmony. And I'll talk to you soon, 2 weeks from now, when we look at a new moon coming up ahead.